Hi guys, I hope you're well. I've just decided to do this video following what's been happening in the market, especially with coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. Now, I just want to put things into perspective here. HIV or AIDS has caused 36 million deaths worldwide. In the case of influenza, around 500,000 people die every year from flu. With Ebola, which occurred in 2014, there were 11,000 deaths. The Zika virus, again, 2016, obviously many people died, and we had SARS as well. So every few years, there's an epidemic, there's a pandemic where people will die, and coronavirus is just one of those. Thus far, coronavirus has claimed around 3,000 deaths. Now, it's just part of life. People will contract a disease or diseases every single year, and it's just one of those things, and this is what's happening at the moment. Now, what I want to talk about is adversity. Obviously, with coronavirus, a lot of people are facing adversity, and what we all need to know is that out of adversity comes opportunity. Do not let coronavirus rule your life. Obviously, you need to take certain precautions, and you're hearing about these everywhere. Basic hygiene. Do not spend time in public with a lot of people around you. This, etc. But again, out of adversity comes opportunity, and that is what I want to talk about today. At the moment, what's happening in the market is it's not great, but what you'll find is that the multi-millionaires and billionaires are making millions and billions as a result of coronavirus. If you look at what's happening in the stock market, stocks have sort of fallen through the floor. Many stocks have fallen through the floor. We're hearing about bankruptcies, companies like Laura Ashley. Obviously, we can't say that coronavirus has resulted in Laura Ashley becoming or getting close to bankruptcy, but what we are seeing is household names becoming bankrupt, or their stocks are plummeting, and we're going to see more of this. We can't get away from it, and even today there's talk of airlines potentially going bust, restaurants, gyms, estate agents, events companies, and so on. The list is endless. A lot of companies' stocks have fallen, and what you need to do as an investor is short stocks. You need to see where the stocks have fallen and buy into those stocks. What you need to be doing is that you need to be thinking like a billionaire. Do not adopt the mass mentality where people are going into Tesco, into Sainsbury's, into large superstores and hogging toilet paper and pasta. The general public, 95% of the world population, is going into supermarkets and buying toilet paper. Billionaires are laughing at you at the moment. This is not what you should be doing. There's plenty to go round. The supply chain has not broken. We have enough toilet paper to go around for a very long time. You do not need to be going into shops and stocking up on these things. And also, what you need to be doing, and we keep saying this over and over again, you need to adopt the mentality of a millionaire, of a billionaire, and look at the stock market, look at trading, look at Forex. There's been a lot of volatility in the market. Bitcoin has, I think it dropped by around $3,000 in a single day. That is 3,000 pips. And if you had shorted Bitcoin during that time, you would have made at least 3,000 pips. There's a lot of volatility in the market, and you as an investor, as a trader, should be looking at that volatility to profit from. If you look at the property market, for example, the viewings have gone down. Estate agents may potentially lose their business as a result of this. However, in the short term, the property prices may come down, but long term, property will always gain in value. So as an investor, when the property prices are coming down, you should be looking at perhaps buying into property, looking at this asset class to add to your portfolio. Now, the interest rates were cut, was it last Wednesday, to 0.25%. That is a historic low. and there may be further reductions going forward. How can you use this cut in interest rate to enhance your portfolio? Again, I talked about this before, multi-millionaires, billionaires, those people that know what they are doing are using this cut in interest rate to increase their asset base. That's what you should be doing. You should be looking to increase your asset base. How can you use what's happening in the economy at the moment? How can you use this virus, as bad as it is, how can you use this world event to gain from? That's what billionaires are doing. That's what millionaires are doing. Millionaires and billionaires are not going into their local shop to stock up on toilet paper and pasta. So you need to think differently. Try and think like a millionaire. Try and think like a billionaire. Look for opportunities in the market. Out of adversity comes opportunity, over and over and over and over again. The market has taken a huge drop, but it will recover as it has done over and over again. Coronavirus, as bad as it is, next year or the year after there'll be another virus, and it's going to go on and on and on. This is part of life. We have viruses, we have epidemics, we have pandemics. That's just what happens. So don't look at this world event as something really sinister. Just take it on board, take basic measures and continue your business as usual. Do not stop what you're doing, but obviously you need to take effort to ensure that you, your family and friends are safe. And always, it's business as usual, and do not give up. Obviously, you can look at things like remote working, work from home. If you're working in a job, if you're working as an employee, speak to your employer and find out if you can work from home, which is what many thousands of people are doing at the moment. Again, a lot of companies will allow you to do this, and if there is a shutdown or whatever it is that's been debated over and over again in Parliament, if businesses are shut down, then obviously you will have to work from home anyway. And unfortunately, some companies will not get through this. Some companies cannot get through this because they need access to people to run their business, and if their workforce is not able to work in the offices, they may potentially lose their business. However, even having said that, it is business as usual. If you can work from home remotely, do so. Look at social distancing, avoid crowds, public spaces and social gatherings, and so on and so on. These are just small measures that you can take, but the underlying factor that I've talked about before is that it is business as usual. It doesn't matter what's happening outside, it doesn't matter what's happening in the economy. You can take measures yourself to ensure that you continue to function regardless. Obviously, if you've got a family to support, friends to support, yourself to support, you need to carry on. Your mortgage will not stop if you have a mortgage just because there's an epidemic. You still need to pay your electricity bills, you still need to pay your gas bill, your council tax. These things never stop. Your mobile phone bill, you still have to pay that regardless of what's happening in the economy. So for you, it should always be business as usual. Think like a billionaire. Look for opportunities in the market. Through adversity comes opportunity. There will always be opportunity, especially in a market like we're in at the moment. So utilize that adversity and look for opportunities. Don't be a slave to the system. If you're working in a job, unfortunately, you are already a slave to the system, and certainly it's about time that you should be looking at, what can I do to work from home? And trading is a gift. I see trading as a gift because trading can make you financially free. Once you learn the skill set, you will never look back. I'm still a student. I learn something new every single day, yet trading has managed to support me for quite a few years now, and definitely you should be trading on a daily basis. In the market that we have at the moment, the market conditions are extremely volatile, and you can use those ups and downs in the market to profit from if you know how. Focus on your business and ride this volatility in the markets. Now, I didn't want this video to be so long. I was only hoping to keep it to about 2 to 3 minutes. But again, it's so important for you to now take charge of your life. And if you want any assistance from me and or my team, please get in touch. If you do not know how to work from home, I mean, obviously if you're working in a job and you're compelled to work from home anyway, that's different. Working as an employee is different to the role of an investor. Investors work for themselves, work regardless of what's happening in the market, and use adversities to seek opportunities, and that's what you should be doing. My name's Dr Jav. Again, I'm sorry for making this video 10 minutes long. I was only hoping for it to be a couple of minutes, but the message is so important. Do not let coronavirus rule your life. In a few months' time, coronavirus will die, and then people will forget about it. And then next year something else will come up. This is the cycle of life. Take the cycle of life on board, make the most of it, and let's get you and support you and ensure that you hit financial freedom so that you are not governed by the system. My name is Dr. Jav. Thank you for listening to me, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.